Hey, friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow, y'all. So, on our podcast, we talked about kid stories and people who mess with kids. Here's the one that I didn't tell on the podcast. So, grab your vibes and your delights, and let's jump into this story. Am I the asshole for telling my brother in law to stop picking on my kids or he's not coming on vacation? I have three kids: Rob, 16, Lisa, 14, and Ann, 9. Lisa is autistic, and her special interest is Taylor Swift. Rob and Anne go along with it and indulge her. They're good kids who care and support each other, and Rob and yes, Anne get attention and support for their interests too. My brother in law Hector's entire personality is trying to rile people. The whole it's just a joke, bro. Super childish, but whatever. He's family. No. Oh, I get it. It's just drunk, bro. It's family. Like, oh, fuck that. Except my husband is out of the country, so I guess he thinks he gets to do whatever he wants. A few weeks ago, he started needling at Lisa by making fun of Taylor Swift, using a lot of childish names, name calling words, intentionally using wrong words for fans and stuff like that. Just really immature kid stuff. Lisa knows that not everyone likes Taylor Swift, and some people even hate her a little bit. But one of her best friends hates her. She's not unable to hear different opinions. She has her own, I'm sure she'd love to share with you if you had 4 hours to spare. He would say, well, Swiffers did XYZ. She would say, Uncle Hector, it's Swifties. And he would say it again just to needle at her. Rob was in the room. I was not. Rob said to him, why do you keep using the wrong word when she told you the right word? Rob is the oldest. Hector said he can say whatever he wants and to go cry about it. They're kids. What? Why are you beefing with kids? Rob said, it's just like you're going out of your way to upset Lisa. Rob asked her to finish what she was talking about and to ignore Hector. And that's when I came into the room and Hector waved at the kids and said, Roberta's getting real mad that someone's joking about mother somebody, I guess in reference to Taylor Swift. And I wasn't in the room, so I didn't hear the comment about me and Rob, so I wouldn't get it. Before I could say anything, Rob said, bro, did you really call me a girl's name? What are you, 12? I put my hands up and said, okay, enough. Hector, stop. He said, I'm raising soft. I have a story. I know why I picked this story now. I'm raising soft kids who can't tell a joke, and I said he's being so effing rude and that he wouldn't be acting like this if my husband was home. I said if he still wants to go to Colorado with us in the summer, like we were planning, he needs to stop now or he's not coming. This set him off, and he said I had no right to do that. Yes, I do, and that I'm being a controlling yak over Taylor Swift. I said, no, fuck Taylor Swift. This is about you being mean to your niece because her dad isn't home. He said, fuck you and good luck next time we have a problem. We're on our own. He took his Costco chicken and left. And I swear he must have immediately gone running to my mother in law because she called to ask what really happened and just sighed a lot. I asked her if I was overreacting, and she said she just hopes we can work it out because that trip was all he had to look forward to since he was laid off from work. I hate causing drama in the family. You're not causing the drama though. What is happening? So, am I the asshole? Am I out of line? Also, thanks for all the feedback. I have a path forward. It also just needs to be said that some of you are just inventing an entirely new story involving Hector losing his job because of his bad personality. This is entirely fictional. It didn't happen. His job laid off almost everyone because they're struggling and most likely won't recover. Oh. Well, I didn't go that far. I was thinking mostly that now I know why you have nothing to look forward to because nobody wants to invite you on their vacations and their parties and stuff like that. That's what I was thinking, but okay. I'll read one comment and it says not the asshole. You should be proud of your son for standing up for his sister. The brother-in-law does not deserve to go for being a nasty piece of work. Rob is a very good son, and he's always been protective of his sisters, and I'm very glad for that because I don't have the same relationship with my brother, unfortunately. All right, so let me tell you what triggered me, okay? So recently I just got my eyebrows done. I need to go back and get them redone, but I just got them done, right? And when I was looking for my normal place I usually go, I couldn't find them on the map, so I started panicking, and I just went to this place that's just down the street, like literally around the corner from my house. And while I was there, first of all, it was like 6:30. All those places like close at 7. Like it might have been earlier. It might have been like 5:30, but nonetheless it was within 30 minutes of closing time. And I went to this place and it looked cute or whatever, and I was like, "Ooh, they even have lashes and it's actually affordable." So I think I might actually look into getting some like, semi-permanent lashes. But then I was sitting there listening, and she was like talking about her niece, like the owner was talking about her niece who thinks she's gay, and her parents are just humoring her, but she's really nice to her, but she's just really awkward. The kid is awkward, and all those people who think like that are awkward. And she's telling a customer this, and the customer just got her braids done, and I was like about to compliment her on her braids until she opened her mouth, and she was like, "Yeah, kids are too soft these days. No, y'all just don't know how to deal with children. Y'all don't know how to deal with children. I don't know how to deal with children, but I'm not going to tell a child that what they think. Like, if they think that they're gay, I'm going to ask them questions about it. I'm not going to just be like, oh, y'all are fucking soft. Y'all are stupid. Y'all said that in front of a potential customer." So then they started talking about gay people and how those people are all awkward. And then I'm just over here, just with my pink, yellow, and blue cat, like I'm just like, I'm not just an ally. I'm part of this community. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your problem? And then the thing about the kids and how the kids are too soft and they're going to destroy the country, they're going to ruin the country. And I'm just like, I walked out. I walked out. I called the lady, and I called the lady at the place that I thought it was. And I was like, "Hi, is this the right place?" It wasn't the right place. I was really upset. I called my husband and I was in tears because I just like my heart was racing because I was actively dealing with bigots. And when I bolted out of the door, she called after me, and I was like, "No. No." I called my husband after trying to call the place. I called my husband. My husband finds the place. And then I call that place. And then I find out that they moved. And that's why I was having a hard time finding my lash lady. I mean, not my lash lady, my eyebrow lady, because she moved locations. And all of that happened because somebody was talking about children and how soft they are and how people are raising their kids too soft. I just don't understand you people. One of my mutuals is Indomitable Black. Wow. And one of my mutuals is Indomitable Black Man. And he talks about gentle parenting is different than permissive parenting, and how these people are just fucking bullies that will raise bullies. And I just can't even believe I caught that in the wild. And that's why I wanted to read this story, because I had my own story to tell. Because this is a common thing. There's like a wave of people who think that kids are like soft and terrible. I feel like whatever's coming after Gen Z, like whatever generation will be like that we're raising, they're going to be like us. They're going to be like real millennial-fied, because the millennials who got out of high school and had kids, those are like Gen Z, right? The people who had kids like right after college, those kids are still Gen Z, I'm pretty sure. But we were almost 10 years out before we had children. So our kids are definitely in a different generation, I thought. But regardless, they're going to be the scapegoats. All I'm trying to say is they're going to be the scapegoats just like we were. And we're millennials raising future millennials. That's what it feels like. They're just going to blame y'all for everything, and it really sucks. The kids are going to be like thinking about how others feel. They're going to be thinking about their feelings. They're going to be thinking like I didn't like feeling like this when I was a kid. They're going to be all right. But you know what's not going to be all right? People like y'all who keep calling them soft and be bigots and clip their wings before they have a chance. I'm sorry, I get upset. Like I say all the time that I don't like kids, but I like my kids, and my kids got to be around your kids. So if my kids are being treated well, I hope yours are too. So like I guess that's how I'm going to like I don't care for children, but respect them, okay? All right. But anyway, okay, I'll stop yapping. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense because I really was trying to make some sense of what I was saying. Basically, that bigots today are just making the new millennials of tomorrow. That's all I was gonna say. But and it's like this new wave of the new hotness is to shit on the kids of today, and it's just like annoying. And it's not like the new hotness either, because the boomers did it to the Gen Xers did it to millennials, and boomers did it to millennials, and everybody did it to millennials. Everybody shits on millennials, and now it's Gen Z, and now it's Gen Alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all later.